Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 21st episode of Weird News Report. Very exciting. I think it's the 21st episode. Who even knows at this point? I sure don't. Let's get started with our first weird news story, which is about the Mona Lisa. She was attacked with cake by a man dressed as an elderly woman in a wheelchair. I read somewhere that first the man tried to break the glass that protects the painting, but he couldn't because the glass is bulletproof. So he just took cake and just smeared it all over the glass that protects the Mona Lisa. Interesting. And then when the man was being escorted out of the building, he yelled in French, "Think of the earth. There are people who are destroying the earth. Think about it. Artists tell you, think of the earth. That's why I did this." I'm a little confused, but okay. I don't know how that... Yeah. I don't know why he was dressed as an elderly woman. Maybe as a disguise. Yeah, I don't know what the point of dressing as an elderly woman in a wheelchair is. He wanted to get into the museum unnoticed. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, so I think he was taken to a psychiatric unit. But all is well because the painting is fine. I think they just cleaned the cake off the glass and it was fine. But this wasn't the first time that the Mona Lisa's been attacked. I think part of the reason why the Mona Lisa is so famous is because in the early 1900s, it was just stolen from the Louvre by I think a security guard, and they didn't find it until a while later. And then in 1950, it was attacked by acid. Someone threw acid on it. And it was only then that they put protective glass over the painting. You think you would have put protective glass over it the first time it was stolen? Because after it was stolen, it became way more famous. I don't know. You think you would want to protect it? Who knows? I don't know. But very interesting. I'm sure the Mona Lisa is amused. I don't know. It's a painting. I don't think it can be amused. She doesn't have any eyebrows. Let's move on to our next story. Taiwanese people stuck with the name salmon after sushi promotion. Yeah, there was a restaurant in Taiwan that let people eat, I think, at the restaurant for free if they legally altered their name to include the word salmon. Yeah, free all-you-can-eat sushi for a whole table to anyone with the Chinese characters for salmon, Giyu in their name. This happened way back in March 2021. And this article says that 331 people took part. And they changed their names to things like Salmon Dream and Dancing Salmon. There's a problem though. In Taiwan, you can only legally change your name 3 times. And after that you can't change your name anymore. So apparently there's some people who, I guess maybe before the promotion they already changed their name twice. So now they're stuck with the name Salmon. In their name. And also the government just wasn't amused. The government of Taiwan, because they're we already have so much bureaucracy and so much paperwork. Why are you causing so much difficulty for us? Oh my god. There's one guy that changed that took part in this promotion. He changed his name to Salmon. Apparently the promotion says that you can bring people along and they can eat for free also if you're sitting at the same table. So he would charge strangers 30% of the original price to come eat sushi with him for free. And it says that he made $2,000 from this. Wow. So he changed his name to Salmon. He got a bunch of free sushi, and he got $2,000. I'm impressed by this guy's tricks, I guess. Let's move on to our next story, which is about a tortoise that went missing in 1982. Yeah, one day this family just couldn't find their pet tortoise. How does that even happen? How do you lose a pet tortoise? They move so slowly. They can't run away. They can't even run. Wow. But somehow they lost it. In 1982. But 30 years later, one of the family members died that lived in the house. So they were cleaning out the attic. And they found a tortoise. And it was the same tortoise whose name was Manuela. Sorry. Anyways, and it was just chilling there. And it was alive. And well, I don't know about well, but it was alive anyways. And they're like, how did it survive this long? And they thought, like, maybe it was just eating termite larvae in the attic. And it was just eating that this whole time. And it says, like, the family has, like, been taking care of the tortoise ever since. I say that if this tortoise is eating termite larvae, maybe just leave it in the attic. Because then it's actually helpful. It's actually doing some pest control. If you're taking care of it, it's just sitting there like a dead rock, basically, except you have to feed it, so it's worse than a dead rock. No, but the family's very happy that they found their tortoise after so long. It doesn't seem real. Let's move on to our next story, which is about a math teacher from Taiwan who posts calculus lessons, videos of him doing calculus, to Pornhub. I'm a little nervous doing this story because I don't know how YouTube's gonna react. Yeah, but the first question that I thought when I saw the story is why? Why is he doing this? He says he wants to do special things in special places to attract students' attention. I guess, I mean, sure. Yeah, I think you might be able to do that by doing this strategy, because it's very strange. He also uploads videos to YouTube and Twitch, but he also does it to this website. Yeah. The thing he's fully clothed in all his videos, but I like looked at his page. I think like sometimes he has like a woman like come up and like write the problem on the like chalkboard or whatever. But otherwise, it's not very sexy, you know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing, in my opinion. But it's still very odd. The thing I find weird about this is that he says that he is, from YouTube, Twitch, and Pornhub, the revenue that he's made from the three websites is $7.5 million. So I guess it's working. So maybe I shouldn't even criticize. The teacher also said many good things need to be well packaged. I guess so. Very interesting strategy. And probably not one I would try, but wouldn't it be great if like just a bunch of like math teachers started just doing this on Pornhub, and then all of a sudden like all you could find on Pornhub is math videos? I don't know. It's definitely, I think it would be funny. Anyways, let's move on to our next story. North Korea, very interesting. I think it imported some vaccines from China, which they're calling an immortal potion of love from Kim Jong-un. Oh, and look how happy all of these guys are. Must be a great place to live. You might be wondering, like, how North Korea is doing with COVID. It says that North Korea has recorded 3.2 million cases of quote-unquote fever and 69 deaths. But of course I expect that North Korea's testing capabilities are not very good, so I would imagine it's more than that. But yeah, like, most people in North Korea have not been vaccinated. And I think even the vaccines that they're now doing, the immortal potion of love from Kim Jong Un, it's only being reserved for soldiers working on construction projects. Yeah, only for soldiers working on national construction projects. It's very weird because this article also says that in September, China offered North Korea 3 million vaccines, but North Korea rejected the 3 million doses of the Sinovac from China, asking them to be sent to countries that needed more. Hopefully North Korea just sorts out their issues. I think this article also says that the United States offered to send North Korea some of the vaccines, some doses of the vaccines, but I think North Korea also did not respond to a U.S. offer of COVID vaccines. And it makes sense because it's a little weird on the optics, right? Of the U.S. sending North Korea vaccines, if, like, America's supposed to be the enemy of North Korea or whatever. This reminds me, I looked up, there's this Wikipedia page that lists all of Kim Jong-un's titles, and I thought I would just read them all through all of them really quick, because there's a lot of titles he has. He's the General Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, member of the Presidium of the Politburo of the Workers' Party of Korea, member of the Politburo of the Workers' Party of Korea, member of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea, president of the State Affairs of the DPRK, supreme commander of the Allied Forces of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, marshal of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, vice chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea, first secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, first chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, supreme commander of the Korean People's Army, general of the Korean People's Army, marshal, dear respected marshal, supreme leader of our party, state, and armed forces, supreme commander, comrade supreme leader, comrade supreme commander, comrade general secretary, beloved father, son of the 21st century, general, young general, brilliant comrade, His Excellency, outstanding leader of the Juche Revolution, the only unique successor and leader of the Juche Revolution, a symbol of the mightiness of our country, banner of all victory and glory, great leader, peerlessly great man, great leader of our party, state, and armed forces. I feel like that's just a lot. Do you really need all of these titles? That's just all I'm saying. Oh, and it looks like they're even, some of these are, like, longer in Korean than in English. So I would still be talking right now if I was saying this in Korean. Probably. Let's move on to our next story. NASA captures eruption of Sharkcano. Terrifying. This is a underwater volcano, a submarine volcano, I think it says in the article. That's in the Atlantic, in the Solomon Islands, 15 miles south of an island called Vangunu. I think it's officially known as the Kavachi volcano, but it was dubbed Sharkcano after, in 2015, there's an expedition to the site, and they found 2 species of shark living in water around this volcano that's extremely hot and acidic, not somewhere you would expect to find sharks, basically. So these are very tough sharks, and it's rather scary because they live in boiling acidic water. I don't know if the water is boiling, but it's very hot anyways. This is like, it says it's like, this volcano, I think it's a very active volcano. Does it say somewhere? I thought it said somewhere in the article. Yeah, the volcano erupts almost continuously. and the steam and ash are often visible. I'm terrified of these sharks that live in boiling acidic water. They're adapting. They can handle anything. This is scary, and I want to move on. Let's move on to our last story. You guys always know that I like to end these weird news reports with a really cool final article. World's largest plant is a vast seagrass meadow in Australia. In Australia, they have discovered a seagrass meadow that is 70 square miles. That's apparently a single organism. And it's just been, this plant it's like been just making copies of itself over the last 4,500 years. I don't understand why they call it a single organism, because the article makes it sound like that it's just like all of these plants are clones of a single plant. That's not really one organism, is it? It's just a bunch of clones, unless I'm misunderstanding the article. I don't know. I guess I'm not an aquatic biologist. Is that who would study this? I don't even know. I'm very confused. But I guess it's bigger than that. There's like a forest in like Utah or something that's like just has like hundreds of trees that are apparently like the same tree, and like their roots are connected or something. Yeah, the pando the tree, which is in Utah, and it has 47,000 trunks and millions of leaves and connected through one root system. That's in Utah. But apparently the seagrass meadow is bigger. So maybe it's similar, like where the roots are connected or something. I don't really understand it. I've not done research. I don't read the articles ahead of time. Okay. I think that's coming clear in this video. But anyways, that's it.